What's going on, guys? So I know this is a reacts channel, but I thought I'd do a little tier listing. You know, what we are gonna do is we're gonna do like a YouTube boxing tier listing, as my channel's mainly been boxing so far. Now a lot of these fights I haven't actually a lot of them I won't actually know, but a lot of them I will know, if that makes sense. So we're just gonna go ahead, we're gonna see what's going on. So yeah, so stinker for me is like, you should retire, don't ever step in the ring, you're horrible. Meh is, you're really bad, but you do need more training, to be fair. Decent for me is like, okay, you look solid, you're okay, more training, you'd be smashing it. Good for me is, oh wow, you're actually sick, like you're looking good, you're doing well in your career, like you're doing good. Almost there is like, you're nearly like dominating the YouTube boxing like scene, like you're nearly dominate, you're nearly at the top, you're nearly like shitting on everyone else. God is like, you're shitting on everyone else, like everyone in good tier or decent, like they have no right to challenge you at all. You like, only the fucking almost there tier and good tier can even think about challenging you. So yeah, let's get into it. Logan Paul. Now obviously he drew against KSI in the first fight, and he lost in the second fight, and he fought Floyd Mayweather as well. We can't forget he's on this list as well. But honestly, I'm gonna put him as good, because if I'm thinking about skill alone, I'm saying good. He's got a good jab. He just needs to throw more shots. Like when he was fighting Floyd Mayweather, where were the shots at? Like where were they at? Ben Askren, I don't know how to say it, but let's look this shit up. Let's just look this shit up. Jake Paul versus Ben Askren. That's a full fight. I want to just see highlights, to be honest. Can't be arsed. This is gonna be dead. I don't want to watch an ad, so there we go. Here we go.
And Paul came out early pressuring Askren, using a solid jab and good fake and feints.
There we go.
Paul clearly had an excellent game plan
See,
tonight.
he could see the counters, he just wasn't landing that one. But he's just not moving enough. He's keeping his hands away from his head here, they should be closer.
Paul fought a very smart and
he's not jabbing enough.
Very patient.
Look,
and
if Jake's coming in,
that he has truly worked hard preparing for this fight.
Jab now, jab now. Okay, jab, jab. He wouldn't have come in if you were jabbing, mate. He's just not really doing much.
But with just a little over a minute left in round one, Paul
doing George Foreman's mummy technique without actually punching. I'm gonna put meh, because I did see when he was on the pads before the fight, he looked decent, but it's just, he was a previous fighter before, so he knows what it's like to be in a fight. It just I think he needs to get more comfortable with just boxing. This is Michael Lee. If this is Michael Lee, before I judge, let's have a look. Okay, Michael Lee versus FaZe Jarvis. Let's have a look at this.
Oh man!
See, look,
already out of the corner, connected huge right hand. But he's got to get himself out of that.
Oh yeah, that was actually decent. He was going to the body, he wasn't just headhunting there. He's throwing his hands. Just needs to compose himself a bit more. Use that jab. Use your jab.
Each round only 2 minutes instead of the usual 3 in boxing. And big right hand.
I feel like he's better than a lot of people say, because everyone's like, oh my gosh, FaZe Jarvis. Like, FaZe Jarvis, don't get me wrong, he did good here, but he was so hyped up, people overlooked. His defense needs a lot of work though.
Oh, Jarvis is looking great, man.
Lee took a big deep breath.
This is the first round though, so let's go to like...
Ooh.
Ooh. 2 standing 8 counts in that first round, Paige. And
You gonna fight?
It would still be
Okay.
hard for him to win the fight.
all right,
Is
here
this
we go,
round 2?
number 2 of the scheduled 5.
There's a round 2 knockout right here. I feel it. I feel it. Look at this.
Could be.
Look at, oh my body.
Ooh. Round 2 he came out looking trash. But I'ma put him higher end of meh. Because I feel like he could be decent if he had decent defense. Because he was throwing. Taylor Holder. Off the bat, if I was to do it now, I'd say low end of stinker. Like, almost Ben Askren level. But, obviously, I don't fully remember the fight. Because all I remember is just him fucking standing there doing nothing. We want the highlights. Come on, bro. Highlights. Let's go. Woohoo. Hey, there we go.
I like that height advantage. The reach
Skip a bit
corner.
in.
He's telling him it's time for him to bring it to him. It's time for him to
Oh, he skipped the first round.
Laying a little low.
We'll look at how he comes out, and then we'll look at how the round finishes. Also, make sure to check these guys out, like who I'm looking at the videos. Make sure to check them
I got a
out.
confession. I got a $10,000.
How does he come out here?
With another YouTuber.
He should be coming out jabbing straight away. There's one jab.
on the line.
Yeah. He's voting for.
Those body shots can take your
See, if
opponent
I was
right
Taylor
away.
Holder's coach, I'd be like, when Gibb throws the jab, come over the top, bang, crack the right hand.
You know, when the odds first came out on Stat Hero, the most seasoned fighter we've seen to this point.
One went in a little low.
See, Taylor's not throwing his jab hard enough, and I've been in this position where you're the taller guy and you're thinking, all I have to do is jab, be easy, but you don't bang the jab, you don't pop it out like, you sort of just go like, just little taps, sort of like, and then you're sort of going like, why is this guy not staying away? I'm jabbing him, but you need to be like, pop, 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 like you need to be trying to snap his head back with every jab, you can't just,
Holder definitely
there we go. Oh, he threw a little bit there,
Yeah, being right. Let's take a look at some of that first round action.
got a good body shot here. Made
She
him drop
kept
his
that
hand,
straight
because
and
that
then landed
definitely looked like he
better.
felt that one.
Fair enough, kid.
Kind of getting teed off on.
Kim is way more aggressive.
See, his technique there was just dreadful.
Way more aggressive.
I don't want this video to be too long, but I don't want to.
Mixing it up.
be unfair
Punches and
to him.
bunches. Beautiful left hook. Followed by this right?
Well, look how active
Body.
he continues to be.
Head. Mixing
What is
it
his
up.
hands
Punches
doing all
and
the way that
bunches.
far
Body,
away?
head, body.
Taylor Holder is overrated, and I don't know if it's because of the crowd, but I honestly think Michael Lee done better than him. I feel like it's just because I haven't watched enough. I feel like I'd have to watch more, but obviously, like, I don't want the video to be 3 hours long. I'm gonna keep it like this for now. Fousey Tube, Stinker, should retire. But I would like to see Fousey Tube versus Deji. But yeah, like, he's got no defense. Who's this? Is this Tyrone Woodley? I have no idea. But I haven't seen him box. But from what I've seen, Tyrone Woodley boxing. I'll react to his boxing. I'll do like my own little reaction. But for now, we're just gonna look at some pads that he's doing. This is how I skip adverts, by the way. I can't clinching. I don't know why he looks a tad stiff, but he looks good still. I'd like to see his hands a bit higher, not do the Ben Askren mistake. Now obviously, he's training a lot of the hook, but we know Jake likes the jab jab, backhand, back off. So I'd like to see him practice more some longer shots, but obviously these are the basics. So I'm gonna make a video reacting to his training, but for now, we haven't seen him fight in boxing. So based on that alone, I'm just gonna say meh, but I'm gonna put him. Just because we haven't seen him fight. Who's this guy? Is this Vidal? Vidal Riley's god tier. Like, he's such a clean fighter. The way he's just like there, you go jab, jab. He's out. He's moving constantly. He's like jab, backhand, backhand. He's out. He's just such a clean fighter. He's in and out, and he throws his combinations, and he's straight out. Who's this guy? I have no idea who this guy is. I think that's my. I think that's Alex Wasabi, and if it is, stinker. Gib. Huh. I want to say good. He's high end of good. He's almost there for me personally, just because like his technique in the fights isn't the greatest. Like, he jabs good, but then as you saw, like, his range finding wasn't too good with Taylor. Even when Taylor was on the ropes, his jab would miss and he'd throw like a hook. Like, if your jab's missing, I don't get how you want to land a hook, but fair enough. But Gibbs actually talented. He just fucking. I think he just needs more experience. Be like up here. Damn, not a lot of people are going to be in god tier if I'm doing this harsh. You know what? Gibbs showing he can train hard, so I believe right now he's almost there. We'll say that. Vinny Hacker. Ooh, Vinny. I don't know. I think Vinny Hacker is going to be like there. Just because his shadow boxing and pads didn't look good, but when he fought against Deji, like, let me show you what I mean. Let me show you guys what I mean. I've already made a reaction to this. Obviously, if you haven't seen it, go in the description and check it out. I'll leave it there. But look. Okay.
All right, here we go. Round number 2 of a scheduled 5.
He keeps in his hands here.
Ooh.
Yeah. Look. He kept his hooks tight and he threw them. Now Deji just brute force pushing him back. Now let's see. Look. He's sort of just waiting for Deji here. Oh, come on, guys. Don't make me look stupid here, Vinny. He feints. He's using feints. He is using feints. That was a good lean back. He could have countered. Again. A lot of people are underestimating Vinny Hacker. Even I did at first. But he's decent. Like, he's decent. Look, he went to roll, didn't, because he saw no punches coming. Oh, fuck off, your baldy prick. Now look, here, he finishes him, feints, bang, bang, bang. He's going to the body, not just the head. He's back in again. Like, for them, I am going to put him, I'm going to put him in decent, for me, personally. Like, decent is like, for me, your defense is decent and your attack is decent. Say your attack is like decent, but your defense is dog shit, you're going in meh. If your defense is decent, but your attack is dog shit, you're going in meh. For me, he's got just about decent defense and decent attack to be put in decent. This guy faked his fight, he can go down here. Oh, I haven't seen that fight in a long time. I don't even know what their name is, but I remember it was against Scarce? Yeah, it was against Scarce. And he done good, like. But obviously Scarce didn't throw a lot. FaZe Jarvis, we've just seen that clip. Decent, I think. Like, Michael Lee was throwing, but again, Jarvis had decent-ish defense and he had a good attack. So for me, his attack was more than his defense, but puts him in decent. Floyd Mayweather, his performance against Logan Paul was just decent to good. But obviously, 50-0, if he was to fight everyone here, he's gonna be taking them out. So yeah, Austin McBroom. I remember the guy's name for once. Oh, that's a fucking shock. We'll look at the highlights. 2 adverts. I'm skipping that. Get the fuck out of here, man.
A little experience to the ring, right?
That his dream was to play in the NBA.
Oh, that was good.
Big left hand by
He used his feint and came in with a backhand.
Austin's footwork is looking so
Bryce
Ref's
Well,
mad.
it looked like he was going in there and he's doing
Again,
a
he just looks a bit
contact
timid,
MMA
like
type of style, right?
he
That
doesn't
is
want to
not
get hit,
what
but then that
we're
comes with
gonna
experience.
We
And
talk
there,
about the
that's.
street fights. He wants to tackle people.
I want to see his defense, but again, Bryce
That's why
Hall's
he's tying up. He's getting hit really hard. He's scared on his the fear in his eyes.
he's just sort of blocking everything,
left hand.
like with his like forearms.
So far,
Like
it's
catching
going
it.
the way I thought with Austin with the lead.
Well
but
then,
Bryce is a tough kid. The lead,
he had his
but
hands
Bryce
up
is a
here.
tough kid.
And these two are just standing there. Big right hand.
He's picking up.
Oh, McBroom, he wants to
Footwork, that back foot needs to be back unless he wants to switch. And
Every
then
shot is
one
dangerous
foot should be
right
back.
now.
I'm gonna say decent. Joe Weller. Meh. No, we'll put him high end meh. Deji. Deji's got talent, but again, I would say Deji's better than Taylor, just because he threw more. But obviously Taylor had the conditioning. But I'm gonna put Deji there. Nate Robinson should retire. DDG was. Oh mate, run. See, I'm worried because I'm stressing because I haven't put like any in almost there or good. Like a lot of them are going like down there. DDG, like his fight was just decent, wasn't it? Like they clinched a lot and he couldn't really do a lot about that. So I'll put him here. Oh, now this is a big one. KSI. Now obviously it's sparring, pads and training videos. If he fought like he did in sparring and like the pads and won still, I would put him in almost there. But then again, his technique goes out the window. But that's the thing. We know like Gib is KSI's like normal sparring partner, and I'm pretty sure KSI's said from memory he could beat Gib now. So I'm gonna have to put KSI just there. And Jake, I hate Jake. But honestly, he's putting the work in, he's being active, so he's going to have to go into God tier. But we haven't actually seen an opponent other than Deji who can actually challenge, like, bring like, the fucking fight out of him. Slim, honestly mate, you're meh. He does all this talk. You beat FouseyTube, a man of no defense. You look like a twig. Like, you threw punt, like, you were boxing a bag. Like, you had okay technique, I guess, but still. Faye Sensei, I'm gonna put him in almost there, just because he's got decent technique and he looks good, but he's not an active YouTube fighter again. Obviously, Floyd I have to put in God tier, even though he's not an active YouTube fighter, but Faye Sensei is like. Sorry, I'm getting distracted by the adverts. Faye Sensei is like, he's just done 1 or 2. What's this guy, JMD or something? Oh, I can't even remember his name. What's his? Not JMX. No, it is JMX, isn't it? Yeah. JMX boxing. Who was I thinking of? I was thinking of DMX. Was that his name? Okay, let's have a quick look. Okay. Is he gonna jab? He's sort of using feints. This is looking good. He's using his distance good. And he's throwing in feints and going to the body as well. Come on. Something gonna happen. Yes. He's getting him in the corner as well. He's cutting that ring off. I want to see JMX's defense though. He just sent it. Oh. Come on, man. Let's see some action. Let's see some action. Here we go. I think it's because he knows he's got good reach that he just tries to back off, and if that doesn't work, he just clinches. Oh, come on, man. Like, let's see some shit. He got caught there. Coach Richard managed to get inside the reach. That's where we see his defense lacking. That's where we see defense lacking. He doesn't look like he looks like he's doing light sparring. Doesn't look like he's going like bang to hurt him. Honestly, I'd say like end of good. Why is Harry in this list? Why is Harry in this list? Do you know what? Harry's going in God tier. Who is that guy? I have no idea. I think that's the guy DDG for, and if it is, then yeah, you're behind. You're nearly in stinker. And then we got Jay from TGF. Do you know what? I'm gonna put Jay in good just because, if I remember right, Jay versus Gib. We're gonna this last one. How long have we been recording for anyway, lads? I haven't even seen the time yet. 22 minutes. Yeah. This will be a longer video, but this last one.
Look how playful he is. So playful.
How true it is, but if you're
come
caught,
on, you tosser.
Jay getting his hands up.
He's doing decent there.
Good body shot from Gibbo.
I feel like Jay would have done better, like a lot better against any of our opponents. Just the way Gibbs coming forward like all the time. I've turned it down, but yeah. See, his hands go back by his head and he's using head movement. That counts as defense. He's just sort of not fluid, like boom boom boom. He's sort of just like boom, boom. He's not like boom boom. I'm just in sound effects, but I don't know if you understand what that means. Memes, haha. I mean memes. Let's skip a bit in. Now, obviously, he's showing decent defense for an amateur. It's like, and I'm comparing him to the rest of the YouTube boxers. There we go. Let's see what goes on here.
Mark Cameron also almost took a tumble there.
Security doing well there.
Yeah, great job from security. Beautifully.
Let's have a look here. He goes straight in with 1-2, but he's tired here again. It's the conditioning letting him down. I think if he was conditioned, where'd I put him? Where's he gone? Yeah, he's going in good. So that's my tier list. Obviously, like I feel like a lot of stuff might not make sense because I didn't want to go too in detail and look too much at footage because I don't want the video to be too long. But I try to explain it the best I can, and I feel like me doing that sort of got a lot of stuff jumbled up. But this is my tier list, obviously. We'll go over quickly. Floyd, have to put. Vidal, he's not even fought a YouTuber. I don't really class him as a YouTube boxer. But, again, he's such a clean fighter. Jake, he's active, but we haven't seen a fighter put it on him, like to say. Like, yeah, but we have to just put him in God because he's active and he's winning all his fights and he's looking good. Harry obviously would destroy everyone on this list. Harry goes above Floyd. He would just destroy everyone. JJ again looks good in sparring and that, but when it comes to fighting, his technique sort of goes out the window. But he's still managing to win and land like good shots, but he's also inactive. Gib, I just cracked my back. Obviously Gib, he's a decent fighter, but he's more like, I feel like his endurance is able to just what helps him. Like, he just always comes forward. He's always throwing punches. He's a technique. Like, say I had to give it out of 10, 10 being like actual high level, very high level amateur, professional ranking sort of like. I'd give it a solid 7, 6 or 7, around there maybe. But yeah, like, he just needs to do more fights. He sort of needs to find his range more. Face Sensei, he's an like, he's good, he's very good, but he's just not active enough in the YouTube boxing community. Logan hasn't won a fight, but again, he's got good looking technique, but he just doesn't throw his punches. Like, he did against Floyd, but he just doesn't throw a lot, and instead of being able to stay in the pocket and sort of like block the punches and return, he just clinches straight away. Jay, decent defense, does a lot more like with his defense, and also throws. Like, he's not afraid to trade. Vinny, underrated, uses feints, goes to the body, goes to the head, decent defense. Obviously he throws combinations to the body and to the head. FaZe Jarvis, decent defense, good attack. He goes for it like proper, like, and he tries to keep his technique on point. I think he's called Michael, but all I know is Rucka Rucka. No, is it Rucka Rucka? I can't even remember, I haven't seen him in ages, but yeah. He done decent, but like, obviously we couldn't see a lot of his defense because Scarce barely done anything. Scarce even on this list. Yeah, I don't know, but yeah, anyway. Michael Broom, actually, put there. Good boxer. Couldn't see too much of his defense, but when we did, it was okay. It barely scraped into decent, but obviously he can switch stance. His shots look clean, decent power. Yeah, he's decent. DDG, didn't see too much from him because his opponent did keep clinching, and that does drain you a lot. But he looked decent. This guy, I forgot his name. DMX, JMX. Yeah. He's okay. Like, he looks like he's thinking too much about looking good and keeping good technique and using his range, but he knew how to use his range, which was good. Joe Weller, obviously, barely throws a punch, and when he does, it's sort of just like a kerfuffle, like boom, 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 boom. Like, he doesn't really care about technique, and whenever he does try and show some technique, it doesn't end well for him, just because like he always gets countered or something. Michael Lee, he's underrated because of how hyped up FaZe Jarvis was, but he done good. If he'd done more trading, I feel like, and got more experience, he would be definitely around here in the middle, like high end or decent, low end or good. Deji, Deji's not afraid to get into a scrap, but his body just like gives up. But then again, he was switching stance, and he avoided one of them punches by switching stance. It just looked so crisp. Deji just needs to train a lot more. Taylor Holder, you barely done anything. You survived. That's all you done, and I can't really credit you for just that. Slim, so much talk from this guy. Like, you barely had good technique against this guy who just had his hands by his waist the whole time. Ben Askren, dreadful. We don't even need to talk about that. Tyrone Woodley, haven't seen him fight or spar yet, so I can't really place him. But from his training, he's looking good. Like, he's looking good from training, but anyone can look good, is why I put him in there. This guy, I think, for this guy, and he just hugged all the time and barely threw, and then started crying to the ref about why are we hugging, so like, yo, just shut up. Fusi, obviously he's gonna have to go there. And yeah, so Adam Sala, obviously he has the right technique, like, but we haven't seen him in a stressful pushing situation that makes us show it, because his fight was fucking fake. Pussy. Fusi just swings for the fence and has no defense. Swings for the fence with no defense. Hey, there we go. Alex Wasabi, he's like a little fairy. Just dances around, throws a shitty little jab, and then fucking, all I've seen him is spar Fusi. Fusi just comes forward like BAM! Takes him out. Nate, you know what? I have to put Nate here. I do. No, I actually have to put Nate here. Nate had better defense than Fuzi because he clinched more. So yeah, Nate. I feel like Nate panicked. Like he was expecting sort of a street fight. Like, oh, we're gonna run to each other and just throw punches, and then we'll hug, and then we'll sort of like wrestle a bit. I'll push him off, we go bam, bam, bam. But then he sort of realised, like, oh shit, this guy's catching me when I do this. What do I do? Well, oh fuck, I'll clinch. Okay, he's not hitting me now. He's not hitting me now. Okay, this is good. Okay, run forward, punch, punch, clinch. I think he just got stuck in that. But yeah, it's my list, guys. Obviously, you disagree or want to see any different things? Obviously, comment down below. Like the video. Obviously, hit that like button. I want you to use your big toe this time. And yeah, obviously subscribe if you want to see more reactions, tier videos. It's not all going to be boxing related or YouTube boxing related. It's just I do love boxing. I am a part-time boxing coach. I do take part in boxing. And yeah, obviously, thank you guys for watching. If you made it this far, I know it's a long video. I'm sorry about that, but yeah, thank you. And guys, skidoo.
You better love it.